have my mother-in-law Peggy with me here today, and we're at her house. I gave her this brand new Instant Pot for Christmas. She didn't know if she was excited or not because I think you were a little bit intimidated to use it. Have you ever used?
Yes, I have never used.
Did you use the old-fashioned pressure cooker?
I had an old-fashioned pressure cooker that I did canning with years ago.
Okay, did you have any scary experiences with it?
I didn't, but it did frighten me.
Okay.
Because I knew people who did have them explode.
Yeah, like chicken hitting the ceiling or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is totally safe. It has 10 safety mechanisms, and it's just, when I explain it to people, I kind of say it's kind of like a slow cooker except fast. So a lot of the things that I make in the slow cooker, if I forget to put them in early, it's okay because I can put them in an hour before dinner and still have dinner ready with the Instant Pot. So that's why I like it. It's been really helpful. So I think you're gonna like it too, but I wanted to show you because a lot of people, they keep them in the box, they don't take them out, they're too nervous. So I wanted to do it with you today. She's still in her Christmas jammies even. It's not even, it's like noon, so it's totally kosher, it's good. So we're gonna go ahead and open the box up. That's the first step.
Okay.
Now, I printed off this little guide that I made for her. And you can get the Google Doc on my website if you want. And you can print it off for your loved one too. But basically it just tells you exactly what to do step by step.
Okay.
Step one. Oh, hold on. Step one, take it out of the box.
Okay.
So we're taking it out of the box. So I'll just show you kind of what there is.
Okay. All right, so it's a plug.
Yeah. This one is the Duo, the 6-quart Duo, which this is my favorite Instant Pot. And it has the removable plug with it. Some do not, but this version has it. The other thing that's cool about this version, you can hold it. So if you're traveling, like if you're bringing soup to the church for, a function or whatever, you can just hold it like that, and the lid, stays on. The other thing I like about this is that you can just snap the thing. If you're serving soup or meatballs or whatever out of it, you can just let people get their own, and you can just have a little place for the lid to go. So that's kind of fun. Okay, this is one of the most important things. I'm so glad yours has it. Is its little trivet, because this is what we're going to cook the eggs on top of. If you don't want food to sit in the bottom with its juices, you just get it up off the bottom with this little trivet. You just set that in the bottom there. So, okay, so we're going to do the water test, but before we do that, I wanted to show Peggy the lid. So when you put the lid on, it's kind of tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it just goes on and makes that cute little sound, and then you turn it. So when you want it to come to pressure, you're gonna push this to ceiling. And a lot of people are like, is this supposed to be loose like this? And it is. That's just how it works. And then when you release the pressure, you just turn it to venting. So that's the ceiling relief valve, I think is what they call it, but that's how you release or make the pressure come on. So the other thing is this little button in the lid. You see that? Once it comes to pressure, it's gonna pop up and it's gonna be flush with it. Once the pressure is released, like after the food's done cooking, it's gonna pop down and like that, so you'll know it's done. It doesn't make a sound when the food's done. So a lot of people are like, well, how do I know when the food's done? Well, when this pops down, you'll know that you can open the pot. So the other thing is this sealing ring, and you can take it out really easily if you'd like to clean it. One thing that a lot of people are bugged by with the Instant Pot is the smell, because this is like a silicone, I think, ring, and it really keeps the smells. And so if you make like soup or something savory, it's like, oh, it smells like curry that I had last week, So it's hard to get the smells out. You can put this in the dishwasher, the top rack. You can clean it with vinegar, that helps. But a lot of times what I do is I just clean it with soapy water, and I store it like that, and it airs out and eventually kind of releases some of the smell. So we're gonna go to the water test. So to do water test, you just do 3 cups of water, pour it in the bottom. Okay, she's gonna try to put the lid on. So we're gonna do, yeah, there you go. Perfect. Click it over and then turn the valve to ceiling. Yeah, just point, oh, yeah, you just point it towards ceiling. See how it's just,
It's kind of there already. Okay.
Yeah, it was. So make sure it's pointing towards ceiling. It's
okay.
And then go ahead and push the steam button right there. We'll show you.
Okay, push steam.
And push, adjust with the minus or plus buttons down to 2 minutes. So you can just go down to 2 minutes.
It's 10 now, so we go down to 2.
Yeah. and then you're done, and it will pop. It will click over into the pressure building mode, and I'll show you what that looks like. Just a second here. It's a little different than the one I have, but yeah. So it will say on. That means the cycle is going and the pressure is building. So it's going to take longer than 2 minutes because what it has to do is it has to build the pressure, and then it's going to cook for 2 minutes, and then we'll release the pressure. Yeah.
So the timer is actually the time that it's pressurizing.
Exactly.
Okay.
That is pressure cooking. Yes. Exactly. And that gets people confused because they're like, oh, this recipe says 5 minutes. Why did it take 25? Well, it has to build the pressure for 10 minutes, cook for 5 minutes, and then release the pressure. So that's where it's a little deceiving, but I think you're going to still really like it because it's a hands-off method of cooking. And you can do a million other things, like she's always doing a million other things anyway. So it'll be perfect for her. So come over here and look at the display. You can see it's done cooking because it switches here and it starts with an L. And L just stands for lapse time, meaning it's been 5 minutes since your cycle has completed. So that's when you know that your pressure cooking time has been up. So now we're gonna do a quick release. So I taught you how to do that, so just go ahead and move the valve. All right, so it looks like the float valve has dropped. So you can go ahead and remove the lid. The way I like to do it is just kind of remove it and then kind of open it that way so that
Steam away
from you. Exactly. You know what to do. You're smart. Yeah, just like that. That's the way I open it, just to be safe. So this is the water test. It's super easy. Now we know that the pot works and we can use it to cook food. So we're gonna do some boiled eggs.
Okay, big family gathering.
Okay,
A dozen eggs.
So we're making a dozen eggs because we're gonna do deviled eggs for tonight's Christmas dinner. So first things first, we're gonna just pour in a cup of water.
Okay.
And I just got it straight out of the tap. It's not hot, it's not cold. And then you're gonna put in the trivet.
Okay.
Now go ahead and just add in 12.
A dozen.
Okay, now go ahead and put the lid on.
Okay. No, I didn't get it.
Okay, there you go, clicked in. Now turn the valve to sealing.
Turn this to that.
Okay,
Okay.
and then push the pressure cook button.
Yeah, there you go.
And you're gonna set it down all the way down to 2 minutes. So we set it to 2 minutes. It's already on high pressure because that's the default. If you ever wanted to switch to low pressure, I don't have one recipe that cooks with low pressure, so I don't use that. So you can see that it's switched over. This is what it looks like when it starts counting down from the 2 minutes. The float valve is all the way up. We know that it has reached pressure. Okay, so the 2 minutes is up and it says L000. That just means that it's now in the keep warm mode. We're gonna let it stay there for 10 minutes and then we're gonna open up the pot. So you can see here that it says L014, so it's been done for 14 minutes. Now, when you make these eggs, the 2 minute eggs, you want to either release it anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes. So it's now 15 minutes. So go ahead and release it if you wanna use that to kind of push it, or you can use your finger. Just be careful.
Just push.
Come from that side, yeah. There you go. Oh, you know what? All the pressure is already released, so it's already,
Okay.
it didn't have any more pressure left. So just remove the lid. And there's our eggs. They look perfect. Sometimes you get 1 or 2 cracked ones, but if you're making boiled eggs, it doesn't really matter if they're cracked. Okay, you can just go ahead, and I made this thing of water and ice cubes, just an ice bath. And we'll let them cool down quickly so that they don't develop that grayish ring around the yolks. They're cold to the touch, so we're gonna go ahead and peel one. We're gonna just show you how easy it is. Do you know how old these eggs were that were in your fridge by chance?
No.
Okay.
Came from Costco 2 days ago.
Yeah. So usually fresh eggs from the store are really hard to peel, but can you believe how easy those ones are to peel? It literally just falls off. It's amazing. So how confident do you feel that you could use this appliance?
I think I can do this.
It's not that hard, right? There's a few things to know, but I think that you're going to be okay. If you want to download this little manual that I made, you can go to my website, 365daysofcrockpot.com, and it's free, and it's just on there available for use. So I want to see you using this at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay.